Hello everyone, I hope you're as excited as I am. My name is Agnes Veronica Juliawala with name 332100075, and in the next 5 minutes, as you can see on the screen, our topic today is about analyzing classroom organization. Okay, the next slide is about introduction. Analyzing classroom organization is essential for creating a conducive learning environment where students can thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Classroom organization encompasses various elements, including physical layout, routines, research, and teacher-student interaction. This analysis aims to evaluate the effectiveness of these components in promoting engagement, collaboration, and student achievement. By understanding the strengths and areas for improvement in classroom organization, educators can make informed decisions to optimize teaching and learning experience for their students. So, the next slide definition. Analyzing classroom organization involves systematically evaluating the arrangement, management, and functioning of a classroom environment to promote effective teaching and learning. This assessment encompasses various aspects such as the physical layout of the classroom, instructional materials, routines and procedure, teacher student interaction, and the overall climate and atmosphere. By examining these components, educators can identify strength, weakness, and areas for improvement to create a supportive and engaging learning environment for all students. Classroom management theory. Classroom management theory refers to the principles, strategies, and approach that educators use to establish and maintain a positive and conducive learning environment within their classroom. These theories are based on research and best practice in education and aim to promote engagement, behavior, regulation, and academic achievement. There are only three approaches which can be analyzed by the use of speech act. They are 1. The authoritarian classroom management approach. The authoritarian classroom management style is the most domineering classroom management style where the teachers has complete control over the classroom with minimal student involvement and autonomy. This classroom management style is centered around established roles and structure. 2. Intimidation approach. The intimidation approach to classroom management involves using fear or authoritarian tactics to control student behavior. While it may temporarily suppress disruptive behavior, it can have negative long-term effect on student motivation, self-esteem, and relationship with their teacher. This approach relies on punishment, threats, and harsh consequences to enforce compliance, rather than fostering a supportive and collaborative learning environment. Research suggests that intimidation can lead to resentment, disengagement, and even increased defiance among students. Therefore, it's generally considered ineffective and detrimental to student well-being and academic success. Instead, educators are encouraged to employ positive reinforcement, clear expectation, and support relationship to manage behavior and promote a positive classroom culture. 3. Permissive classroom management style. The permissive classroom management style is characterized by a lenient or hands-off approach to discipline and control in the classroom. Educators who adopt this style may be overly accommodating, avoid confrontation, and hesitate to enforce rules or consequences for misbehavior. While this approach may foster a relaxed and non-threatening atmosphere, it can also lead to a lack of structure, low academic expectation, and increased dispersion in the classroom. Students may take advantage of the absence of clear boundaries and rules, leading to a decrease in motivation and learning outcomes. Classroom routines and procedures. Entry and exit. Establish clear procedures for entering and leaving the classroom to minimize disruption. Transition. Develop smooth transition between activities to maintain student attention and minimize downtime. Materials management. Organize supplies and materials in a way that students can easily find and return them, fostering responsibility and efficiency. 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 Instructional strategies, differentiation. Adapt teaching methods and materials to meet diverse learning needs. This may involve offering varied levels of difficulty using multiple instructional modes, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or providing individualized support. Classroom management. Implement strategies to maintain order and support positive behavior, such as clear expectation, consistent consequence, and positive reinforcement. Adjustment techniques. Use interactive and participatory methods to keep students engaged, such as group work, discussion, hands-on activities, and technology integration. Part 2. Solving the problem. Solving all the problems using the logical argumentation based on the topic of discussion and mapping 1 until 6. 1. Problem. Mr. Eliezer repeatedly had problems when leading a class discussion with his junior high school student. No matter how involved in the topic the student, where there were usually several students sitting in the back who told, sought out silly answers and played with objects they had brought from home. Addressing behavioral with clear expectation. Premise. Students often misbehave when they are unclear about the expected behavior or believe there are no consequences. Premise 2. Engaged students are less likely to misbehave. Varied and interactive methods can sustain attention and participation. By logically addressing each aspect of the problem and implementing the strategies, Mr. Eliezer can create a more orderly, respectful, and engaging environment during class discussion. Problem 2. Zevano was one of the most provocative and disruptive students Miss Yandra had ever taught. Throughout class, he continuously talked to girls and teased students sitting near him. He made inappropriate and sarcastic remarks in response to almost anything Miss Yandra said. When confronted by her, Stefano grinned charmingly and responded with exaggerated courtesy, to the delight of the other student. Premise 1. Engaging students in meaningful activities can reduce disruptive behavior by keeping them focused. Premise 2. Attention-seeking behavior can be diminished by not providing the desired audience response. By logically addressing the underlying causes, setting clear expectation, minimizing attention for negative behavior, promoting positive behavior and engaging Stefano meaningfully. Miss Yandra can create a more conducive learning environment and reduce disruption in her classroom. Problem 3. Miss Yehezkiela was concerned about the frequent teasing that had begun in her class. It reached the point where there was constant bickering among the students. They became so angry and began yelling, shouting, and shoving one another during class. Premise 1. A positive and enclosed classroom culture can discharge teaching and foster a sense of belonging. Premise 2. Developing student empathy and communication skill can reduce conflict and improve relationship. By systematically addressing the root causes of teasing and conflict, establishing clear expectation, fostering empathy and communication skills, and promoting a positive classroom culture, Ms. Yehezkiela can create a more harmonious and conducive learning environment for her students. Conclusion. Effective classroom organization is fundamental to creating a productive and supportive learning environment. By thoughtfully arranging the physical layout, establishing clear routines and procedures, employing diverse instructional strategies, and considering environmental and technological factors, educators can enhance student engagement, minimize disruption, and address varied learning needs. Conditional assessment and adjustment of these organizational elements ensure that the classroom remains an optimal space for learning and growth, ultimately contributing to better educational outcomes for all students. So this is the end of our presentation for today, and thank you.